Hi, it's Sam here. Welcome back to the channel. Today is another gym tour and we've got Muscleworks 2. That's the Muscleworks in Stoke Newington, just off the Stoke Newington High Road on the A10. It's on Tyson Road, just off to the east off the High Road there, and it's going to be a legs training session. So I'm getting back to legs after easing off a little bit in the knees. Once I've done that leg workout and talked through it, I'm going to give you the full tour of this place, look at all the equipment they've got, the decor, get a feel for the vibe and sum it all up at the end. Catch you inside. So I get in here and straight away I'm feeling like I'm at home because they've got the pictures all over the place, very bodybuilding orientated, Muscleworks is, and I have trained here before but I haven't been for ages, so there have been a few changes. And I'm going to take you around all of it, show everything that's in here at the end. I'm just going to go and find what I can start with legs. I'm thinking to start with some hamstring curls to get the knee mobilised kind of without touching the quads straight away. Then go on to something for quads, then some for hamstrings, full leg workout. It's going to be well enough equipped in here for sure. Definitely a reputable gym. So straight away I find the Cybex seated hamstring curl, which is one of my favourites. I know with my long legs I need to put this on the maximum length usually, so looks like the old one. I have used these before, obviously, this equipment and this manufacturer, but it's definitely a different model to what I've used most lately, so we'll see how it goes. They've got some interesting pieces I see already. I just need to make sure this is far enough back that my knees are going to be in line with the fulcrum of the machine. That's what you should always check with the seat on these sorts of things. So here's the mechanism, knees in line when I'm in place. Then that'll need to lock in hard, but first I'll have to see that my feet, yep, I was right. The legs all the way out is going to be at the very ankle part, just before the heel. I'll lock this down here and set one. That's good. In fact, that might even be better than the one that I was using, the other Cybex. So I can try and full stack this. Let's try that. Sorry guys, in your way there. I'll move it out of the way. I suppose really to be full stacking it, so that's at the bottom, but really to be full stacking it, I should be putting both of the weights across on the slider to not be shortchanging you here. As I haven't used this exact model before, it's nice to give it a try on this to see what it can do for me in the long term, see what it's all about. Just get nicely locked in place again. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Set 2. That was good. So just behind me on the leg curl there, we've got something on the wall that says F* skull the easy way. Don't know what that's all about. So all on this back wall here, they've got all of their hamstring isolation parts. They've got the future standing hamstring curl, the Cybex seated hamstring curl that I was just using, and the lying hamstring curl, also by Cybex. And then just out of the shot here, they've got their leg extensions for your quads, isolation stuff. So yeah, it looks to all be here. I'm going to jump in with set 3, full stacker again on this baby. Do with that. Actually, I'll have one more set on here as a back off set, a little bit lighter, a little bit jerky on the last couple of reps, that last set. So a little finisher on here. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, this one, this exercise, and this particular rendition of the seated machine version. I was thinking to do line curls as my second exercise, as I'm more familiar with it, usually get better connection with it. But as I haven't used this piece before, I'm very tempted with this future standing hamstring curl. So I just had a dabble with it before recording to make sure that I got my knees in line with the mechanism locked in properly and foot position correct, because I feel it just in my hamstrings. So you should always have a little dabble on a baby weight with an exercise or particular machine you haven't used before. But I like this, so I'm going to move on to doing this. And I also kind of wanted to show off the back of my t-shirt. I thought it was rather cool. It's another Monster Factory one. Anyway, set 1. There we go. And I just switch over for the other leg. I always find with these standing ones, I usually don't need that much weight to really feel the contraction in the hamstrings. There we go. And a little pointer for you. With these machines or exercises or variations where you're using each leg independently, it's always best to do the first set of each pair on your weaker leg while you're fresher, and give the weaker side that opportunity to catch up. Now for me, I did so much of that the left side actually became stronger after a while, so I've switched to the other way now and I'm starting with the right. But that's something that you can have a play with on these sorts of machines, or even variations on machines that are not specifically designed for that, like a leg press where you do it with one leg. You can factor in that kind of approach. Ready to go again on this thing now. Starting again with the right. This thing's switched over. Yeah, I like this one. I'd say, again, possibly the best version of this particular thing that I've had. So definitely so far so good. As I came in here and I was reading the rules, the one thing I did see was no tops off, but I wasn't going to get my top off on a leg day, like all on pumped. I wasn't going to do that, and I wasn't going to get the old flamingo legs out anyway, so all the rules are fine with me in this place. I'll do one more pair on here and keep it moving. Oh dear, it's got a little drinks holder in the top of here. That's a nice touch. You know, it'll be really handy and safety conscious for some people if you had like one of those beer hats and filled it with like dextrose drinks, so that, you know, the minute for whatever reason you're having a hypo, you can just slurp without running to find something. That would be cool. Someone should make like a gym bro beer hat that sort of shuttles in dextrose or cyclic dextrin to save the day immediately. Sharing all my best ideas today. I've just found the hack squat machine by Gym 80, and that was my favourite exercise for quads, but it was what was aggravating my knees after I was going heavier. So I'm not going to kick the arse out of it on this. I'm going to be sensible. I'm going to train as hard as I think I can without aggravating the knees here. So, you know, don't expect this to be crazy, but I need to try and reintegrate it. And this looks like a well-made model. They're calling it the Hackenschmidt hack squat, which is a nice touch. Hackenschmidt, of course, was the name of the inventor of the hack squat machine on a sled, because before that, the hack squat exercise was just basically holding a barbell behind your back and squatting it, holding it like a deadlift behind your back almost. And then he engineered something far better, did old Hackenschmidt, so they're calling this bad boy the Hackenschmidt hack squat to pay tribute, I suppose. Yeah, this is decent. I like the angle of the platform on this one. Oh. It's hard for me to compare weight-wise what I've been using on this to what I've used before, because that felt pretty heavy, but it's got 425 plates on it and an extra 5. And that's not far off what it held. It would only hold 2 more plates by the looks of it, so I guess they're not expecting you to need much weight, or the carriage or the angle makes it pretty difficult, but I could push harder if I put the knee wraps on, but because I've had the knee problems, I don't want to artificially support them. I want to get a feel today for how the knees actually are. So I'm going raw dog with this to see how they actually are and move on from there. But I really like this one. I sometimes have problems with the hack squat with the length of my legs and the platform not being long enough for me to get the kind of knee flexion I want out of the exercise to really benefit from the quad stimulus that it gives you. But here, my feet don't even need to go all the way to the edge like they do on most of these things if I can use them at all. And I'm getting nicely down to the platform in each rep. I'm just not managing loads of them, I suppose. I'll do one more set here and then move it on, but I'll have got a feel for where I'm getting back to with the knees and with the hack squats today. One more. Two more. That's good shit. Next up, I'm hitting it with the plate-loaded squat press by Cybex. It's a piece I really like, and I particularly recommend to my other fellow taller guys, or taller gentlemen, that these kind of exercises are a godsend. These squat press machines and certain hack squats, where being taller it can be harder to get the knee flexion in a barbell back squat. You really get more of that without the problems that come with those traditional exercises when you check out these machines. So I particularly like this piece. I'd like to see it in more places. They got it down in the chapel where I like to train when I'm visiting my family, and they've got it. You see it around, but not everywhere. You know, I'd like to see one in zone. But I'm not going too heavy here because my belly is kind of distended from the last night's eating challenge that just went online. So we'll see how we get on. Okay, that wasn't failure, that was testing it out. My stomach is getting in the way. I would have liked to have put my feet narrower, perhaps a little lower too, and pointed my toes out, but a little bit more quads emphasis that I've been having success with lately. But how things went last night is not going to permit that, but I can certainly go heavier and think about having my feet wide just like that and using a bit more of a spread of emphasis between the hamstrings and quads. So I'll load up now for a proper set, I think. Right, I've loaded on 240 now, so it's nothing to write home about. I should still be able to get high reps on this, but it should be more like a proper set and I feel ready for it. Easy. We'll do one more a touch heavier and move it on. I brought it up to 320. I should still be fine for high reps. I mean, if I started with this exercise and was pushing it because I wasn't working around my leg challenges at the moment, I would fill up this whole machine like I did in the workout at the chapel, the first of the gym tours. But just trying to make sure I've got something sustainable going on with the legs. And adding to these gym tours here, which are now all in a playlist. If you particularly like the gym tours and want to see the best that London and nearby to London has to offer in terms of hardcore gyms, make sure you check out that playlist on my channel. Make sure you subscribe if you like coverage of all aspects of bodybuilding and showing you around my workouts on this journey to 300 pounds. Let's get the last set in serious now. Nice. I'm happy with that. I think I'm happy with that for my compounds for today, depending on what else I find. But I'm thinking some quads emphasis is needed, quads isolation. So we'll see what range of leg extensions they've got, and then we'll be getting close to time for tour. Found myself a quads isolation. It's usually going to be the leg extension, isn't it? And I've been very, very fortunate yet again that I haven't had to wait for anything. It's totally empty down this end of the gym. None but the truest of bodybuilding enthusiasts is going to be training legs on a Friday afternoon, Friday evening. So I've had free reign of this place and we're nearly done. I'll show you both of the leg extensions here. You've got the Gym 80 one, and I went for the Cybex. But as usual, it took a little bit of fiddling with the seat and the foot pad to get my knee in the right place on the mechanism. It feels okay. I feel like as I come all the way in, it's hitting off the weight stack a little bit. I'm having to be careful of, but it's all good. Quads can certainly feel it at this stage. Sexy. Set 3. That's tough now. Drop set finisher. No. So that brings me to the end of the workout portion, and my legs are muchos machioed now. I'm really happy with that because I've given them a little bit of a longer break and was thinking how to restructure my routine, and this is the video documentary of how I got back into leg training. I'm really happy with that. Went sensibly but still pushed it hard. Productive session. Gives me a really good idea of what I'm going to program in for the coming weeks, and I've got that post-workout buzz. You know, for most of us that love this, getting in and training is the highlight of the day, and today I feel particularly good after seeing legs like that. So while I'm on a high, I'm going to take you on a tour of this place, and before it gets too busy as well, it's filling up now after work, and do not want to disturb anyone's training, so a few of the things today we'll probably have to describe from a distance rather than go poking right in. But come on, let's go back to the counter. We'll take the bro's eye view of this place and sum up at the end when we're not in people's way. So here's the entrance and reception that we came in to start with, and then it's basically pretty much all of the resistance stuff on ground floor. But we'll go through to the left here where there's more emphasis on free weights to start with. So just come round from the left, gents changing room, out people's way. Just walk past the hammer strength seated row. We've got 2 incline benches here for your barbells. We've then got 3 squat racks. The nearest one to me has got the lifting platform. The next one's the hammer strength, the primal power rack cage thingy job. Then we've got one by York, and then it's all the rubberized floor in this free weights area for lifting heavier. So we've got dumbbells kind of all over the place. Without going in people's way, I'm going to attempt to tell you what they go up to. They look to be labelled in kilos. I'm seeing 50s here, but 70s. Okay. Any advance on 70? Going once, going twice. I won't make it my life's mission to establish this. I don't want to get in people's way, but we'll just have a quick glance for reference. It's one of the main things you want to know if you're really pushing it with training. No, those looks to be a little bit less. Okay, maybe as far as we know they're going up to 70s, but let's move back. Here we go, we've got the flat press or the horizontal press, and then we've got 2 flat bench presses for barbell, well actually 3, and a decline bench, and this is the view of the dumbbells free weights area from the other side. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 5 incline benches up on that rubber floor, and at the back there were the racks that we just looked at, one with the lifting platform, and as I walk through the middle here I'll tell you what we've got. We've got the hammer strength iso lateral super incline, which I've grown to love lately and has been in the video at Legends at Haringey, training hard on that. Then we've got the rack for military press, overhead press, with the pegs on the front and the back. That's really nice to see. Then we've got a dipping machine, not sure of the manufacturer there. And then we've got the Smith machine. That looks a lot like the Cybex one to me. Then we've got the shrugs machine. Then we've got the weight stack hammer strength incline press by the looks of it from behind here. And move through. We've got the landmine T-bar row set up on the floor in the middle there. And then we've got the 2 incline benches that we saw on the way through into this room. And then just here we've got the hammer strength plate loaded overhead press. And by the looks of it, it's the normal overhead press, not the one that mimics the behind the neck press. So we do kind of 2 models of this machine that press at a slightly different angle to mimic in front or behind the neck. And that was the row that we saw on the way through into this room. I'll just give you a good panoramic view of all of this room. Yeah, fantastic there. We see the photos like on the top. We'll just have a closer look at a few of those. There's not time to go through all of these, obviously, but it just gives you a flavour of the decor and the atmosphere of this place. So that's all over the walls, bodybuilding photos. So moving on. in this room. In this room here we've got the Techno Gym assisted dip and pull-up by the looks of it. Then we've got the Live Fitness chest fly and rear delt fly, look at it. Then we've got a regular dip and incline station. Beyond that we've got another chest fly, all this stuff in use. Every day is chest day. And we've got the weight stack hammer strength, like high row pull down. I prefer they're plate loaded, but they've got this weight stack one here. Then they've got the MTS shoulder press for hammer strength and the Cybex overhead press. If we just carefully move around, we've got the free weights preacher curl bench by hammer strength. We've got a Cybex chest press. We've got what looks to be a Life Fitness chest press of some sort. Looks like it's kind of an incline thing. And then we've got some fixed barbells to my right. We've got cable crossovers. The Cybex one, well, looks to be spare, surplus to requirements. Cable crossover, just on its own there. We've got a lap pull down by Cybex, a couple of benches, all mirrored walls. Let's see how good you look with the pump there. I don't know what this is. I don't really have time to investigate that, but perhaps someone in the comments can tell me exactly what it is that I'm looking at here. There's new stuff being invented all the time, of course. Then we've got, it looks like a very well-made, sturdy, dual adjustable pulley cable crossover setup with chin-up bar by Life Fitness. It's a nice colour, that. It's a nice kind of black and silver. I don't know why I like the look of that so much, but I do. And that's on the side of it, got the seated cable row. And as we move around, we've got the hammer strength pullover machine. This is the one that I don't fit in anymore, so I know that's no use to me. I brush the sides while doing the exercise, so it's no good, that one. And then this is by Apt Machines, an overhead press here. I haven't seen that manufacturer before, but that's what that looks to be. And just behind it, we look to have either the plate-loaded decline press or the kind of converging pressing in chest press by hammer strength. I'm not going to get in people's way by investigating it any further than that. But that very tasty Life Fitness setup has also got a push-down bar and a lat pull-down on that side of it. So you can have all sorts of fun with that. And then there's a similar kind of setup right next to it. It's a little bit older, maybe Gym 80 or something, but that's got 2 cable pushdowns, a seated cable row, and a lat pull-down station, all on the same frame there. And then you've got the Matrix dual adjustable pulley with pull-up bars as well. Then we've got the Cybex row. Sometimes they do that as a combo with the rear delt fly, but that looks like just a seated row machine just on the wall there. Before I go further into that side, I don't want to miss anything here. Here we've got some kind of Cybex pec deck type thing. Looks like you get the machine moving by pressing the foot pedal, and the handles and elbow pads come forwards for a chest fly. I mean, things are organised thematically here, like in most serious places, so it being positioned here makes me think it's going to be a pecs isolation, because we had all of those, pec fly things. Just here, we look to have lateral raises, delts machine, and then we've just behind it, zoom in, not get in the way, we've got the hammer strength machine preacher curl setup. Then the other side of the pillar, we've got another Smith machine. It looks to be the same as the one in the other room, the Cybex one, if I'm not mistaken. And then we've got a chest or ab supported T-bar row station. And then as you come into this side of this room, I'll just swing round and see where we've been and where we're going. All what was behind me just there that I've just described looks to be upper body. And then as we go further this way, it's all legs really. So didn't use this, but that's really useful. The belt squat. It looks to be by Primal. And then you've got a V squat machine just behind it. And then you're looking at that back wall where we were, where we've got 2 leg extensions and then 3 isolation machine for hamstrings. If I just step back here we've got a glute kickback by Primal. We've got the V squat that I was on. A few back machines in this room as well that we haven't seen. So this is the Gym 80. It looks like a kind of high row, that pull down one, but I don't want to distract too much. So we'll go the other way through. And as we go the other way through, we can see very commonly chosen piece of kit, the hammer strength leg press, very sturdy that. The Gym 80 hack and Schmidt tack squat that I was having so much fun on earlier. Then we've got the hammer strength isolateral pull down, huge fan of that one actually. We've got a leg adduction machine, and just in the far corner we've got the Cybex calf raises, standing calf raises. And there's a pan across here. That's what we've seen. That's where we did the workout here, save for the seated calf raise that we didn't see before. So that's everything. That's everything on the ground floor of 2 rooms. So I'm going to take it upstairs now and see what we find. Now, the stairs to get upstairs are just in the corner in that first room we looked at on the left as you come in, just beyond the dumbbells. But before we go upstairs, I've just glanced up at all the photos, and I'd like to highlight this one. This, if I'm not mistaken, is Sav, who started Muscleworks. And I believe the first Muscleworks was the gym that's actually now Bodyworks, where I regularly train. And then Muscleworks started at Hague Street in Bethnal Green. And that was a very legendary gym full of champions, where I first trained when I first came to London, that original Muscleworks on Hague Street in Bethnal Green. And then that moved to Valence Road, and that's now known as Muscleworks 1 on Valence Road. And this is Muscleworks 2 on Tyson Street, Stoke Newington. So I just wanted to point out that picture because it's very well known to the bodybuilding scene in London and throughout the UK and beyond. And that was how good his physique was with Sabas. Just quick look back there, and now let's see what they got upstairs. So up here, first thing I see is a little boxing ring, boxing bags, and then we've got the cardio equipment. I'm a complete philistine when it comes to what cardio equipment is best for what, or boxing stuff. So, you know, I'm not gonna embarrass myself by trying to describe the merits and otherwise of various choices and brands of these machines, but I can tell you that they're here, along with another little mini golf circuit there, and your bikes, and then you've got what looks to be ab stuff. You've got the twisting one for the obliques, and then the chair for your seated leg raises for your lower abdominals there. A few spare kettlebells and slam balls, and you've got this rig here for all your hanging leg raises and pull-ups and calisthenics and spare boxing bags and what have you. Then you've got your exercise for your abs, your floor core exercise, Oh look what we found. That looks to be the other side of the lonely stray cable crossover we saw downstairs. So it's long lost brother is up here kicking about with the cardio stuff and abs exercises that no one wants to do. So that's a sad story, isn't it? I'll just leave that be. Then you've got one of those like ab swinger things, and another one for machine crunches by the looks of it. Yeah, another couple of abdominal crunch like machines. This sort of thing that goes in and out of fashion, isn't it? I'll just turn back this way. So yeah, that's upstairs, and It's okay. It's okay upstairs. It's okay. I could finish on abs up here, but I get much more excited about all the heavy free weights and favourite machines and what have you. So let's go back down there. It nearly escaped me. There is just one little cupboard room round the corner to the right on the ground floor that's got a few little bits in it. So being the completist that I am, I'm going to show you it. So here we've got the Cybex arm extension thing. So that's going to be a bit like doing skull crushers but on a machine. So that's worth a go. It's useful. I haven't used that brand before though. And then here we've got the Cybex arm curl, and that would be a bit like doing a preacher curl. That's what I used over in Legends. So I can say that that one's pretty good. If I just step this way in this little cupboard room and show you've got the tricep press down machine by Jimsa. Not seen that manufacturer before either, but that looks to be like a machine press down. We've got a spare bench just to my right, and then if I step back further to my right, there's just 2 pulley cables for your straight arm pull downs or tricep push downs, that kind of thing. And that's all of this room, so we'll get out of here now. Just want to show a few more of the photos, because there's one that stands out to me here. He's just not really, highly rated enough in my opinion. The Rule, absolute monstrosity. 2002 Night of Champions, that is, quite possibly the most extreme physique I've ever seen. So yeah, I'm a big fan of The Rule. I feel like he was not rewarded, placed highly enough for being that much of a beast. So there you have it, that brings us to the end of the tour. And what can I say, another awesome gym. I could spend all day in here just looking at all the photos they've selected to put up and trying just 1 or 2 sets here and there of the machines that I haven't used or particular manufacturers I'm not so familiar with, just to see it all. But unfortunately I can't do that because I'm very committed to this YouTube channel and I've got to get back in time to slice it and dice it and put it out to you lot. Just changed batteries now. This is it's getting like I'm getting through the batteries now that I'm producing these videos that are getting longer and longer. But I mean, so I can't spend so long in here as I was saying, because there's all sorts to explore. So I just want to recommend it to you really and promote these places that are so well put together, and you're going to have such a great workout in and try something new and soak up the atmosphere. So get yourself down this gym if you're in London, like all of the ones in my gym tour videos. And I need to get on it, because I'm putting a lot of work in for this channel for you guys here. And I actually bought myself another new toy today. I went to Argos and picked up an external hard drive, because all these videos, I'm keeping them so that I can chop out little bits to put out on Instagram and stuff for people that don't want to watch the whole video. So I don't want to lose like my footage in its raw format, or the edited ones that have gone to YouTube, and it's just taking up too much memory now that I need to keep storing them all so I can repurpose them to put them out far and wide. So I'm investing in this. If you want to help me out, spread it far and wide, please do just give me a like or share it with your friends. Consider subscribing if bodybuilding and this kind of gym environment and covering all the topics here is your sort of thing. That would be very highly appreciated by me. And of course I do actually enjoy the conversations I'm having with you all in the comments, because some good questions being asked, some good issues being raised, and yeah, it's actually more than I expected to have that kind of high quality engagement from serious people. And if you just want to call me small or troll me or what have you, I welcome that in the comments as well, because it all shows engagement on my channel, helps me to grow what I'm trying to do, so that's all really helpful if that's your sort of thing as well. And looking forward, I'm going to be on my chest day tomorrow by the looks of it, and depending on how much time I've got, it may be another gym tour, or I might be, kicking around my home, taking it to Bodyworks or something, taking it to the zone, getting in the zone. Well, I've noticed Zone getting a little bit busy on the weekends, and people coming in from outside that sort of don't like all this kind of thing. So maybe Bodyworks if I'm keeping it at home. Maybe another gym tour if I have time. See how things go tomorrow. But today I'm really happy to have got the legs like back in the system, no problems, clear idea of where I go from here. And the eating last night was awesome. I was up in the night a little bit, like with the hiccups and stuff. Shoveling away that much food in one go was not great, but I enjoyed the chat there with you all on the channel while I was having that meal. So check out the last video that came out, and actually, you should just watch all of my videos. Obviously I decided what goes into them, so obviously I think they're great, so I can recommend all of them really. And yeah, before I say anything more stupid than that, I'm going to call it a day. So thank you very much if you watched this so far. Hope you had a great training session. Hope you have a great weekend, and I'll be back online tomorrow. Cheers.